Welcome back to my channel, guys. I was today years old when I discovered that Sniffies recently made its way into the App Store. Well, they at least tried it. And it's kind of funny how I discovered this. I happened to spot this image, this marketing image, on Google Images because I was searching for a picture of Sniffies to use for a future video related to grindr. So make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed and like watching content on here about these apps for gay men. So I saw this image and I thought, what is this? Is this like an April Fool's joke? Like, is this for The Onion, like a fake publication or like a meme? Like, it just immediately I knew it didn't make sense because Sniffies is so controversial that it doesn't even make sense that it would be able to enter the App Store, right? So if you have no context, Sniffies is basically like grindr on steroids. What I mean by that is it really leans into the whole hookup app thing to the point where half of people on there, their profile picture is a nude photo. Do whatever you want, basically. For that reason, of course, the App Store has never allowed it past the gates. So Sniffies has always been web only, but then I saw this image and thought, wait. Did Sniffies somehow get into the App Store and nobody told me? So I did some research and read this article. At the time of this video, by the way, this is all like a few months old, this news. So a few months back at the time of this video, Sniffies indeed made its way into the App Store, but of course, under certain conditions. So the web version, the version that people know, if you've ever used Sniffies, totally different user experience than the app version. So in the app version, I guess you were barred from seeing these profile pictures, these scandalous nude profile pictures. And a few other features were also apparently changed. For example, you couldn't log in anonymously. If you use the app, you had to create a legitimate account linked to a real email address, like a lot of other apps, right? So I, of course, next thing after this, I thought, let me search the App Store. Couldn't find Sniffies. I did find this Sniffies lookalike called Sniffles, and you can tell just from the images that they obviously, it's obviously Sniffies coded. Some troll, I guess, created this trying to get easy users to join their app. And I just love this one review that's like, this is not the Sniffies app, what the fuck? But the actual Sniffies app, nowhere to be found. So I go back to the article. Again, remember, this article is like a few months old at this point, at the time of this video. And there's a link to lead you straight to the App Store page for Sniffies. Dead link. So indeed, I guess they tried it. Sniffies made its way somehow into the App Store and then presumably got banned. They were not able to proceed. But the fact that they tried and were willing to adjust these more scandalous elements of their hookup platform to become more official is a sign that they're probably going to do what they need to do to become more mainstream, offering apps like grindr much more competition. Stay tuned for my next video on how that seems to have affected grindr recently in terms of new features they're trying to implement, seemingly to compete further with Sniffies that's like taking over by storm. Now, Sniffies is not for me personally. I checked it out for research purposes, of course, with my channel. Sniffies, again, for me, is like grindr on steroids. It's just too much. Like, grindr is already borderline at times. I do think grindr, though, over the years has become more tamed. I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I feel like grindr used to be years ago like way more in your face in every way, Like, they used to have an ethnicity filter. Do you guys remember that? If you only wanted to search for black men or Asian men or whatever, and I guess there was enough backlash on that potential fetishization or the opposite, the racism of like, I don't want to see this whole group of, this entire ethnic group or whatever, this entire race. They got rid of that filter. Grindr obviously has a seedy history on its own, But Sniffies takes it to the next level. As always, so curious what you guys think about this. Do you use Sniffies? Have you used Sniffies? Are you like me where it's just too much for you? And not for nothing, the fact that it's web only, let's see again if and when that changes, but it's just annoying to use. I don't know about you. Maybe I'm a grandpa. I don't know if it's a millennial thing. I don't like going to websites on my phone. Like if I'm on my phone, it's texting or it's apps. I just think navigating web on your phone is annoying. So for me, web, I'd rather just use my computer. And realistically, are people using Sniffies on their computer? Like, I don't know that that's a thing. So it makes sense that they want into the App Store, but they have to play ball. So I'm very curious to see how this evolves. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and catch you next time.